Good evening and welcome to everyone. You join us for this T20 between Hyderabad and the Delhi Demons. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me in the commentary box today is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell.
Not sure why he'd bowl first here. Looking at that pitch, my take was it's flat and the ball will come onto the bat nicely. The opening batters will be licking their lips at that decision. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yes. Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Beaten on the drive.
Great work behind the stumps, saved some runs with that dive.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive, could have been worth more.
Sharma comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yes. Well placed. Should get a single.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. Hyderabad are 7 for none. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end. Yeah. Unplayable, no reward, flying to the boundary. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. There'll be runs here.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wait.
Right on. Couldn't get it through the field.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yeah. Huge edge. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Yeah. Absolutely nailed it.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Big edge!
Head shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Yeah. Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Yes. Thick edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yeah.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off. Nicely fielded on the boundary.
Well, that was just a little bit wide. Well picked up. Let the ball do all the work, really, to ease it down towards third. Appeared to be well within the limits, and the umpire's called a wide.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be two there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there. Maybe they didn't pick that up. Very late on the shot.
11 runs added there. Hyderabad are 31 for none.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yes.
Super shot that.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Patel, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Bye.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Hold on.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Bye.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
Head shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
5 runs in that over. Hyderabad are 36 for none. Drives and misses everything.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
Nicely played.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yeah.
Super piece of timing.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Head didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Bye.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Bye.
Hyderabad weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. Patel, the left armour, is the new bowler from the north end.
It looked like a pretty good delivery, to be honest. The umpire's given it as a wide.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Sharma is really starting to get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt this momentum.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Sharma will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Wait.
It was a nice-looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap. Unable to get the scoreboard moving.
Yep.
Massive edge. End of the over. Time for a little bit more freedom in the field. Three more fielders can be moved outside the circle.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Yeah.
Right out of the middle.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Waiting.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yeah.
In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Yeah.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Fifth. Runs added there. Hyderabad are 74 for none.
A few moves made in the field.
Middle that one, great timing.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary. A poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Yes.
Flew away with pace, brilliant timing.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yeah.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. The runs were really starting to flow.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer. A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers.
Right.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Head shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Right.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Hold on.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot ball.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one. Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
Well, at the end of an entertaining performance with the bat, certainly a good wicket to get, the runs were really starting to flow.
Yes.
Klassen gets off the mark.
Livingston takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Yep.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
They decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They would have made it comfortably.
Over. Hyderabad are 88 for 3.
Yep.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Yep.
Edged. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. A couple on offer here.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Yes. Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Turning down runs that are safe isn't intelligent play in my book. They should be rotating the strike.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Going with spin now.
Yes.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Right.
Gone. Excellent catch, close to the bat.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on. Stumping! Oh!
Nice bowling.
Well, it was an almighty heave coming down the wicket. We might never have found it if they'd connected.
Yep, yep.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yes.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Catch it.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
End of the over, 9 off it. Hyderabad are 107 for 4.
Yep. Yeah, yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Good.
That's mistimed. It's gone high, should be gone. What great reactions, brilliant catch close in.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Yep.
And again, see you later, 2 wickets on the trot.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6 wicket gone. That's not a lot left in this lineup.
Yep.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Couldn't get it through the field. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Stark, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the south end. Beaten on the drive.
Stark with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads. A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper. Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Patel gets off the mark.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep. Keeper's end.
Down the wicket, misses.
You can't skip down the pitch and then do a complete air shot. How that isn't a stumping, I'll never know.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
High, high, high in the air. This should be an easy chance. Gone. It's a good catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Yep.
Gone! Not a great shot to start the over.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
Yep. Yep.
There'll be runs here.
That shot allows them to get off the mark.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Well, not a great delivery, got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep. Catch. Bowler.
Decisive running might have just got them two. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Drives and misses everything. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it.
Yep.
Bowler is confident on this one. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Waiting.
A little late on that, no run scored. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play. Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yep.
Nicely played.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
That's the over. Hyderabad are 131 for 9.
Yep. Keeper. Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe. Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
Yep. Yes. Catch.
Oh boy, that's really high. This might be gone. Strong appeal. Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over.
Tried to get the drive away, but timed it poorly and lucky not to chip it straight to the fielder.
Yes.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Yes.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Got all of it, and for 6.
Great shot for 6. Moving along nicely and starting to really build this innings.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yep.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Nothing to lose, really. It's been given out once, and the last wicket. Out! Good catch. No change to the decision, and the review is lost. They thought there were 2 noises. The innings wraps up with a very defendable total. It will need some good bowling. It certainly won't be the easiest total to chase.
Yep. No!
Straight to the fielder.
Looking to get the innings started, just can't get it away.
Yep. Catch.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
Always back in the ball there. Drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Yep.
Timed that brilliantly.
That was a very well-timed shot off the back foot. Saw it really early and it was dispatched with ease.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
A direct hit and this could be gone.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
No.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
End of the over. The Capitals are 18 for none. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end. Nice shot.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Fantastic catch.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
It was lovely footwork, a great shot, a glorious shot actually to get back and play it like that.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
This misses that for four. A bit of West Indian flair to that. They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Not great work from the keeper there. It's allowed them to rotate the strike.
Over. The Capitals are 33 for 1.
Yeah.
It's off the body rather than the bat, but gets through for one.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield. Could be close.
Gets off zero with that shot. That'd have been a little nervy. That'll settle the nerves.
Yep. Yep. No. Nice one.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying to do a slower ball. Just got it all wrong.
No. No. Yep. No.
edged.
That ball's been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is ridiculous.
Yep, yep. Well bowled.
Chance.
Tried to get the drive away. Didn't time the shot well and through to the keeper.
12 runs added there. The Capitals are 45 for 1. Cummins from the north end.
Yep.
Gets onto the back foot quickly, and that's just flown.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
Yep. No.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Yep.
They'll get at least
Yep.
one.
No, no, no. Yep, yep. No.
This should be close.
Yep.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep. Nice one.
Needs a direct hit.
No.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the keeper felt a bit hard done by there. In the end, it'll just go down as byes.
Yep.
A beauty. Brilliant catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yep, yep.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
6 runs added there. The Capitals are 51 for 2.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Pulled away very firmly, and that'll be 4.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
Well bowled. Catch it.
Right out of the middle.
It was a very, very good shot, presenting a straight bat, simple execution and back past the bowler.
Right there.
Couldn't get it through the field. This could be trouble.
No.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Yep, yep.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep, yep.
Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
What a lovely shot, and it flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling.
caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure they would have liked a few more, but they'll leave the ground to the applause from the crowd.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat, though.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close, though.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Hyderabad are now allowed 5 fielders outside the circle.
Yep. No. Yep. Yep, yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. There's a chance if this hits.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Nice one.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Yep.
That's gone. Couldn't ask for an easier catch.
Another one gone. The 4th wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
Yep, yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Hola. No.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep, yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot. 7 runs added there. The Capitals are 80 for 4. Pads away.
Well, there was a bit of noise there, but it certainly wasn't the bats, and they did well to get back for 2.
Yep, yep. No. Yep. No.
Patel shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Edged it.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot, and it's flown over the boundary.
Cummins shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Yep, yep.
There'll be runs here. Doesn't beat the infield.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yes.
Good bit of timing there.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
Yep.
Chance to run 2.
Keeper.
A couple on offer here. A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers.
No.
Well, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Misses everything. Massive chance.
No.
A big swing and a miss. Completely deceived by the lack of pace on that delivery.
Beaten on the drive.
That was a slower delivery. Played too early and straight through to the keeper.
Yeah.
That's out.
Yeah.
Caught.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
No.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Trouble. Complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out. Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep. No.
Comfortable single if they take it.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Content just to knock it around that over. 2 added to the total. The Capitals are 97 for 5. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Ooh, wow, that's missed the lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Yes.
This could be out.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Yep. No.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep. No.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
The Capitals weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. Drives and misses everything.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Loud shout. needs to be on target.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Yup. No.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yup. No.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yup, yup. No.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over.
Yeah, yeah.
Decisive running might have just got them two. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yup, yup.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be two there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
Great one.
Waited to let it come onto the bat. The bat was late coming down on that.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
Yup.
4 runs added there. The Capitals are 107 for 5. The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait there. Yup, yup. Yeah, yeah.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Bowler. Yep. Nice.
Good pickup. Big chance.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yup.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yup. Yep.
Chance.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yup. Bowler.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
No.
A little late on that, no run scored.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting batters build any momentum.
Yep. That's it.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
Too wide, it was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
That was a tremendous delivery, fizzed through to the wicketkeeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
They'll get at least one. Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Hit it sweetly first ball, and it's out of the ground.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be very happy with that.
Got right in behind it. There's trouble here.
The risk isn't worth it for just a single. In the end, a good decision by the batters.
Yeah.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Bowler.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Yup.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Now that was beautifully struck with a perfect straight bat.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep. Catch.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yeah. Keeper.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yep.
Great shot.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
End of the over. 16 runs coming from it. The Capitals are 149 for 6.
Yeah. Nice one.
This should be close.
Beautiful slower delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play. Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end. Oh, yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Needs a direct hit.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
End of the over. 8 off it. The Capitals are 157 for 6. Well placed. Should get a single. Quick onto that in the infield.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put. It's a start and out. Patel walks off frustrated at having gotten in and now has to go.
Good catch. Out.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Gone. Another one goes. 2 wickets and 2 balls. And they're on a roll now.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
Solid defence. Very compact.
Gets off 0 with that shot. That'd have been a little nervy. That'll settle the nerves.
Just the 1 run off the over. The Capitals are 158 for 9. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
A great win, extremely close right to the end. And to bring the win home like that is something special.
This was a lot closer than it looked on paper. What a fantastic game. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. See you very soon.